Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you some gameplay of a slightly more advanced hauling contract in Star Citizen, this time with 3 drop-off locations. So let's get started. I picked out a nice juicy hauling contract here, paying out 121,000 credits for just a few SCUs, but as you can see we've got 3 different locations to deliver them to, so it's a bit more complicated. Let's give this a look. So I've just opened up the cargo bay on the ship there. Now I'm going to head over to the freight elevator and bring up this cargo, which we've got to haul using our ship. So press F on the freight elevator here, then press the lower button, and down it goes in the background. Now we can just select all the cargo we need to haul and press move to elevator, then bring it back up with that button at the bottom left. And after a short delay, right, here's our cargo coming up now. So we're going to break out the max lift here and start transferring this over to our ship. In this case we have a total of 9, 13, looks like 18 SCU of cargo in all. So if you stand in a good place, for example this spot here, we'll be able to easily negotiate loading the cargo on using the max lift tractor beam. We can attach it to the cargo grid on our ship like that to make sure it snaps in place and doesn't move around while we're flying around through space. So here's the last box coming in now, and so there you go, all loaded up and snapped to the cargo grid, meaning we're ready to move. Just going to press this button here to raise the cargo bay into our ship. Our cargo stowed inside the ship and we're ready to take off. Let's get going. Right, here we are in the pilot seat, just making final pre-launch adjustments here, and we're going to press F2 and find out where we're going first. In this case we're going to press contracts. I'm tracking that contract, go to maps. I think we'll take that top one first, so we're going to route in there to our first destination. So it doesn't matter which order you drop these things off in as long as you get them all done, but obviously, you know, if they're on different planets you're going to want to route wisely so that you don't end up spending a lot of QT fuel and a lot more time than you need to, because obviously QT fuel costs you money and that's what we're here to make, right? Making our first QT jump to an OM here, and we're going to realign our ship. In this case all of the contracts are on the same planet, heading over to Daymar. It's a moon in this case, so just going to spool up here, and once we're fully calibrated hit the left mouse button and we are en route to Daymar right now, and it'll show we've now got the option to QT there. So just going to calibrate, and once we're fully calibrated hit that button and in we go to QT, heading towards our first target. Now you can have a cup of tea while you wait for the QT jump to perform. Right, we're getting a bit closer now, so I'm going to drop out of QT mode by holding B to make sure I don't face plant into the planet. We wouldn't want to do that. So I hit tab here at this point to do a quick scan and see who's around. In this case we've got, looks like just the one contact, which is an unmanned ship at the target destination there, so I'm not too worried about getting jumped by other players at this time. This of course is Stanton, so you know it's supposed to be less hostile than other systems, but right now we're still going to make sure we are, you know, just alert of what's around us in case we do get jumped by a random griefer or something. We don't want that. Now with my landing gear down, getting a bit closer, I can see the target ship we mentioned earlier. Looks like it is unmanned though. I'm not seeing any signs of hostility here, so I'm going to just bring this in a bit closer now. This is of course Brio's breaker yard, so I don't want to find myself caught off guard here, since Brio's is a PvP enabled area, so we do need to make sure we got our wits about us. So there's the cargo elevator, and as you can see, bit of a conundrum here because that guy's parked his ship right next to the cargo elevator. He might even be doing a job right now. What we're going to do here is just flash our headlights quickly. We're all right, we're not sort of hostile, and I'm going to try and land on this side of the cargo elevator, pressing F4 now to come out. I can see I've got some rocks beneath me. I don't think they're going to be a problem since our ship is fairly big. We should be able to negotiate our way around those, and that looks to be okay. So now this is a PvP enabled area, so I'm just going to press I to turn off my engines while leaving my shields and my systems powered on, just in case we get attacked while we're dropping off the cargo. Alright, so here we are outside the ship on ground level. Just going to head over and lower the cargo bay, and just quickly tap, if you're not sure where you are, just quickly tap F2 like that on your keyboard and you can see we're at Brio's breaker yard. So what's going to Brio's, we can see in the list of cargo on the right there, 5 SCU of pressurized ice have got to go here. So let's find those. That's processed food, that's pressurized ice, that's what we want. So just get that out there. That's 4 SCUs and 1 more SCU there for a total of 5. So there's our 5 SCU of pressurized ice, but of course we've got to take these over to the cargo elevator. So that is over this way. So I'm just going to use the max lift to propel that along there past the ship, like so. Going to do the same with that one. I'm also going to make sure I shut the cargo bay on my ship whilst I'm away from it. I don't want people coming in behind me and hopping in my ship while it's unattended. Also, for the same reason, I'm just going to close the ship's main elevator like so to make sure no one can sort of intrude while we're doing this. So let's get this pressurized ice here, and we're just going to move it over that way. We're going to take the boxes hopefully both together, bringing that 4 SCU box over there, and now that 1 SCU box with it, and we are approaching, as you can see, the elevator. We've got a guy here. I'm just going to flash my headlight so he knows I'm alright. I'm not here to shoot him. Hopefully he won't fire. I'm actually going to make sure that he is not going to shoot us by just sort of going over here and say, yeah, I'm all right. It's okay. I'm not going to shoot you. Now, he might engage us. Elevate. You all right? Yeah, I'm not hostile. I'm friendly. Nah, he's cool. I think he's cool. Hopefully he's not going to shoot us. Again, this is a PvP enabled area, so other players can shoot you, but they will get a crime stat for doing so if they do decide to attack you. All right, mate? Yeah, they are. I'm good. You good? Yeah, he's friendly. At least he's playing to be friendly, yeah. See, what I do there is just press T to flash my headlight and let the guy know I'm not here to shoot him. I'm just doing a cargo job like he is. So it looks like he's on his way. I'm going to wait for him to get out of the way fully. I'm not going to go and step on his toes or anything. So whilst he's just doing that, let's make sure our ship behind us is fine. It all looks good there. So this is the first of 3 contracts, and he's now leaving the cargo platform. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the ramp like so. There we are, 1, and now 2. So while I'm doing this, it's also important to note that when you arrive at these cargo platforms on these sort of outpost locations, you do need to raise the elevator first. Currently, with the yellow doors visible, it is of course lowered. So press use on the terminal there, and then bring up the elevator with the bottom left button. Sometimes takes a bit to do that. Hopefully, yeah, there we go, it's coming up now. And once this platform comes up, we'll be able to then drop the cargo on there and complete this part of the contract. Our friend over there, meanwhile, is back in his ship and looks like he's going to be taking off. So hopefully he doesn't decide to sort of turn around and shoot us. That would be not very fun, but I reckon he's going to be all right. Let's see if he is. All right, just loading up the cargo grid there. Now we can stow our max lift and just press F on the terminal here and press the lower button in the bottom left, press confirm, and that'll be on its way down. I'm not going to hang about here. Again, this is a PvP zone, but it is going down, and we'll be able to see shortly that that particular part of the contract has been completed. So stay tuned for that. Just going to jump my way. Oh, see, now what's this? He's shooting our ship. That is why you keep your shields on, guys. Fortunately, our shields are pretty good. This is pretty interesting and was a little bit unexpected. He's having a go at our shields. So is that the same guy from before? I don't know. It could be someone else. Someone is attacking our shields. I don't know who it is, whether it's him or someone else. But anyway, so yeah, that's why I said to leave the ship's shields up, because a ship that does not have its shields raised is an easy target. Now, this being a Connie Phoenix, I'm hoping the shields are going to hold while we rush to the pilot seat here. The guy is attacking our ship now, and we need to take off quickly. So yeah, we're showing signs of being hit. Press I to turn your engines on, and we're going to make an emergency sort of departure very, very quickly now as this guy is attacking us. I could shoot him back. I'm not going to. I'm simply going to leave. Actually, you know what? No. Let's turn around and let him know what we think of him. So this guy here deciding to shoot us is about to find out why you don't mess with a Connie. We've got 2 of them here. Engaging target right now. Target is being hit. And that's some good damage on the target there. This appears to be some griefers who decide to take it upon themselves to start attacking us for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, that seems to have helped them to understand that it's probably not a good idea to attack us. So I'm now going to leave the area before they get any more ideas. So yeah, just a few warning shots there. Just let the guys know that we're probably not the right people to pick on. We've got a big tough ship, plenty of shields and decent guns. If I wanted to, I could have stayed there, maybe sort of, fought them, maybe taken them out, but that's not what I'm here for. If targets are marked as red, you can shoot them without getting a crime stat, because of course they are flagged as hostile. So I'm quickly going to reroute to my second target here before these guys decide to start missiling me or shoot me again while my shields are down because I'm in QT mode. So calibrating now, and we're going to initiate that jump. Let's get out of here. Okay, we're on our way now, heading to our second target after that bit of excitement there. Who knew a hauling contract could turn into a PvP shootout, but anything's possible in Star Citizen. There you go. If you're going to areas that have PvP turned on, just be prepared. You could get hit, and that's why you need a decent ship and make sure it's upgraded with some of the best components you can get. Okay, heading in now to the second target here, coming in hot on this one. I'm just actually going to have to apply my space brakes and put my landing gear down. I don't want to crash into the ground, and that was a close one, let me tell you. I came in a bit too hot there, but hey, we're okay. We're slowing down sufficiently, and we are looking now at that guy on the landing pad there. We're not too worried about. Might even be the same guy from before. We're not bothered though, because this particular area is not PvP enabled, so we can't get jumped unlike in the previous area. So I'm just going to pull up in front of the freight elevator here as best as I can. Again, you can use F4 if you want to see where you are. We look pretty good. I'm just going to come a bit closer and just land like that, nice and steady. There you go, lovely. Again, press I to turn your engines off, but leave your shields on. Just coming down to ground level, and we're going to do the same as before. Just go in and drop our cargo bay right here. Down it comes, and we're at Shubin mining facility according to our Moby glass, so we need to deliver here 5 SCUs of processed food. So there's 4 of your SCUs right there in that chunky box, and we need a small 1 SCU box, which looks like it's going to be that one. So in goes the processed food into the freight elevator. Again, you don't actually need to attach it to the cargo grid. Sometimes the grid might not show up. Going to stow my max lift now and use this to send that right on down, confirm, and that will be the second leg of our journey done, and momentarily you'll see that is also checked off on our list as being completed. There you go. So now I can see my final destination over there, and I am showing us too close still, but I don't think I am. I think that's a visual error. So I'm just going to hit this and press route. And it looks to me like, no, we are still, no, we're not. There we go. Okay, we're now going to calibrate up to our target here, line up to our target, calibrate, hit the button, and we're off on our way to the third and final destination here. The life of a hauler can be dangerous sometimes. It's never boring and is always rewarding. Definitely one of the more fun modes in Star Citizen. Make sure you have your wits about you, and if you're taking dangerous contracts, bring a ship that has some power so you're prepared. Now, if it's nighttime like now and you can't see where it is, you can press L to turn your headlights to assist with target acquisition. In this case, we should be able to find that cargo elevator. I think it's going to be fairly obvious once we get close. Looking for it now, and there's our great big landing platform there with that sort of building next to it, so we know this is our cargo elevator that we'll be dropping the freight off at. A few warnings going off, don't worry about those too much, and we've landed. So again, press I, hold Y to exit your seat, and we're going to be dropping off this third load of cargo. We can see we've got 4 SCU of pressurized ice going here and 4 SCU of pressurized food, which would be those 2 boxes there, of course the last 2 ones left in our cargo hold. Once more, you don't have to actually attach it to the grid, just throw it in there. Sometimes the grid doesn't even show up for some reason, not sure why that is, but yeah, both those on the grid. Use the terminal here to just drop those down into the warehouse. Looks like, oh, now we've got a bit of a bug here, so press escape to come out and go back in, and now we see the option, press confirm, and momentarily we're going to get confirmation that the third and final stage is done. Down it goes. That's pretty good. We've got objective complete. Looks like we've got 121,750 AUEC awarded. That's a good little payout there. Bit of dangerous work, as you saw, with that hostile player encounter, but we got out of it in one piece thanks to our fairly good armor and shields there. Again, make sure you pick a quality ship that has some staying power if you want to take on those more dangerous hauling missions. So there you go. That's a more complicated hauling mission with 3 drop-off locations in Star Citizen. If you like this video and you're interested in the game, please consider using my referral code, which you can see on the screen there. If you use that when signing up for a new account, you're going to get a bonus of 5,000 credits, and also if you use it during Invictus launch week until May the 27th, you're going to get a bonus ship as well, the P-52 Merlin. Thanks for watching, guys.